Krishna prasaya bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swamine Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvisesha Shunyavadi Bhashyacharya Satarine Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadara Shiva Shadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krišna Hare Krišna Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Please chant together. Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare together. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jaya Panchatattva, Jaya Panchatattva, Jaya Panchatattva, Jaya Panchatattva. Prabhupada, 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 Jai Jaya Prabhupada. Sisi Panchatattva Bhagavan ki, Srila Prabhupada ki, Jai Gaura Premanande.
Hare Krišna, dragi gostje, dragi bhakte, lepo pozdravljeni na nedeljskem festivalu. Najlepša hvala Hare Chariti in pa bhakta Jagannathu za čudovite bhažane. To nedeljo pa nas bosta s predavanjem navdihnila Damodar das in Sundar das iz Bombaja. Ampak še prej, preden jo predstavim, po predavanju bo duhovni ples Gaura Arati, kot ponavadi, po 5. O 5 so obvestila, potem sledi prasada in o 6:30 bo mal poseben program plus, to bodo pa vprašanja in odgovori, ki jo bosta vodila naša gosta Damodar das in Madan Sundar das. Naj jo predstavim. Damodar das je dolgoletni učitelj svetih spisov v nagrajeni skupnosti Govardhan in Kovilič in nekdanji profesor na Bhaktivedanta Vidyapati. Po izobrazbi je inženir z IIT Bombaju, vodil je velike kuhinjske projekte za romarske festivale in je znan po svojih izjemnih kuharskih veščinah. Madan Sundar pa je magister elektrotehnike z Univerze Ohio in nekdanji raziskovalec v ZDA, ki je svoje življenje posvetil duhovni poti kot menih v ISKCONu Ljubljane. Danes vodi izobraževalni forum Evolve in razvija programe za podjetja, študente in širšo skupnost. Oba sta pa člana globalne in nacionalne ekipe za Skrb za bhakte, veliko potujeta in na pobudo ISKCON GBC-ja sta prišla tudi sem v Slovenijo z namenom, da bi nas navdihnila in dala neke smernice, kako skrbeti za bhakte kako poskrbeti za bhakte v naši skupnosti. Tako da predavanje poteka v angleščini pri Doyle Chandri Prabhuju. Si tisti, ki ne razumete angleško, tako sposodite slušalke. In potem, ko po predavanju, me poprosimo, če slušalke seveda vrnete. Please, so I would like to welcome you both, Damodar Prabhu and Sundar Prabhu. Thank you for coming. And please, when you are ready, please start and inspire us. Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, this is the Hare Krišna. By the mercy of Panchatattva, everything is working fine now. I'll just pay my obeisances and we'll begin. Okay. Hare Krišna. We'll begin by chanting invocation prayers. Om Gyanatimirandasya Gyananjana Chakshurumritam Vena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobishtam Tatam Jena Bhutale Sarvrupa Kadamini Tadati Sampadantika Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Preshaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Devotee Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Ashatya Visharine Panchakalpataruvesha Sindhuve Vaja Paritanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaurabhakta Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. So we are feeling very blessed here in the presence of Shri Shri Panchatattva and in the warm association of the devotees over here. So I want to thank Ananta Prabhu for giving us the opportunity to be here with you all this evening, and especially I want to thank you all for being here this afternoon to hear about devotee care. So we are in a very holy place. The presence of Panchatattva makes this place a divine abode, like Mayapur Dham. So in this holy abode, we are going to discuss this holy topic of devotee care. I want to tell you that till yesterday, we did not know, or where are we actually going? We knew that we are going to Ljubljana, right? Ljubljana. But Ljubljana is a separate country, it's a part of Slovenia we were not aware of. We thought it's between just Austria and Italy somewhere. But we are very happy to be here amongst you all. And this is one of the biggest assembly of devotees we are witnessing here in this Europe trip. So we have been traveling in Europe in several places, but this is one of the biggest get-together. So we are feeling very inspired and encouraged to be with you all. So thank you for coming in such great numbers. We will start with the quote from Prabhupada, and we want to keep this seminar interactive. So I don't want to just speak all the time. I would like to hear from you all also. Okay, so here, can someone please read it out? I need some volunteer to read out loudly this quote. Yes, Prabhu. Yes?
Vaikuntha thinking. Everyone should be friendly for the service of the Lord. Everyone should praise another service to the Lord and not be proud of his own service. This is the way of Vaishnava thinking, Vaikuntha thinking.
Hare Krishna. Okay. Now I would like to, you all can read the quote. What do we learn about devotee care from this quote? What do we learn in relation to devotee care from this quote of Prabhupada, which is from 7th canto, 5th chapter, verse 12? Appreciation. Good. Your name, Mother? Mother Prema Manjari Devi had said appreciation. We learn that one important aspect of devotee care, which is appreciation. Okay, now I would like to hear from someone, how do you feel when someone appreciates you? Yes?
Krishna take care of you through the word.
Okay, good. So Krishna is taking care of us through his devotees and we are receiving appreciation. So how do you feel when someone appreciates you? We feel being cared by Krishna himself. So probably, through devotees, Krishna is appreciating. Krishna appreciates our service through devotees. Great. Your name?
Anuradha.
Mother Anuradha. Okay, Hare Krišna. Great point. Yes, some more thoughts? How do you feel when you are appreciated? One more input from the Prabhus. Do Prabhus like to be appreciated sometimes? Yes, Prabhu.
Okay, it makes me feel I want to do more.
Okay, good. So Prabhu feels he should now do more when appreciated. That means appreciation brings encouragement for us to do more. We all need some appreciation, but we also want to appreciate others. Both ways. So we learn about appreciation, which is one very important aspect of devotee care. What else do we learn from this quote? Any other thought, any other reflection? One thing is appreciation. Not touching that, what else we learn from here?
Non-enviousness.
Non-enviousness, well, that is the negative counterpart. If someone is appreciating, one is non-envious. Another thing we learn is, this is the culture of the spiritual world. Prabhupada saying this is Vaikuntha thinking. That means to appreciate others. It's very natural for the devotees in the spiritual world. This is Vaikuntha thinking. Okay, we learn something about Vaikuntha. How do the residents of Vaikuntha think? We learn from Srimad Bhagavatam. Can someone recall there is any appreciation from which is mentioned in Srimad Bhagavatam? The devotees in Vaikuntha are appreciating some other devotee. In Vaikuntha, about Vaikuntha we learn from the 3rd canto, chapter 15 and 16, when the 4 Kumaras went to Vaikuntha. Therefore, there is a description of Vaikuntha. In those chapters, can you recall something about some devotees appreciating some other devotees? Can someone think of? Okay, never mind. The flowers in Vaikuntha, the flowers are very beautiful and very sweet smelling flowers, very sweetly fragrant. These flowers, they all appreciate the service of Tulsi. Now Tulsi is divine, but Tulsi is not like something very beautiful or very fragrant compared to, the roses, the jasmine. There are many flowers which look very beautiful and which are also very sweet smelling flowers, very sweet fragrance. So now Tulsi is not, so Tulsi is not that beautiful and that fragrant from our vision, from ordinary vision. But Tulsi is very dear to the Lord. We all know. So all these flowers, knowing that Tulsi is dear to the Lord, they all appreciate the service of Tulsi. And therefore, these flowers have been described as very good-hearted. Very good-hearted. They have no envy. Remember your name? You said non-enviousness, right? Your name, Mother?
Tema Manjari.
Mother Prema Manjari. Mother Prema Manjari said that there is no non-enviousness, and that is shown in the attitude of the flowers of the spiritual world. They all appreciate the service of Tulsi, and therefore they have been described as Suman. There is a term in Sanskrit called Suman. Suman has two meanings. Suman means flower. They are flowers. Second meaning of Suman is good-hearted. Like Man, we know Man is like a heart. Su means very good. So these flowers, because they naturally appreciate some others' devotee service, therefore they are very good-hearted. When we appreciate the service of other devotees, we also, our heart will become like the flower of the spiritual world. Will also become Suman. Okay, so this is one aspect of devotee care over here, that naturally the devotee should appreciate other service. And Prabhupada continues. He's okay, can someone please read this from the mother side? No?
Everyone should be allowed to render service to the Lord to the best of his ability, and everyone should appreciate the service of others. Such are the activities of Vaikuntha.
Okay, so again Prabhupada talks of appreciating services, and also Prabhupada says everyone should be allowed to render service to the Lord. What is the meaning of everyone should be allowed to render service to the Lord? Meaning here is we should try to support others' service to the Lord. We should just like I remember, we invite the devotees to come. So one devotee came to the kitchen and said, I want to cut the vegetables. Now in our at Radha Gopinath temple in Mumbai, we had a hall and everyone sits down, and they have their chopping boards. We spread some nice clean sheets. On the top they keep some chopping boards and chop the vegetables sitting on the floor. But this devotee said, no, I can't sit down. I need a chair. Oh, okay, but you want to serve. So we quickly brought one chair, but chair is not sufficient. Where will we keep the chopping board? So brought him a table and then gave him a knife and gave him some vegetable. Now you can chop sitting on the chair. So he became happy. Now I can also serve. But he required some support, some help. He can't sit down. So one thing is, okay, you can't sit down, you can go away. But no, but we want to see that those who want to render service, we want to facilitate their service. Want to facilitate the service. Okay, one more question. I want to check your knowledge about Vrindavan. The devotees of the Lord, the servants of the Lord are called Haridas, Haridasas in general term. Hari is the Supreme Lord, and those who serve the Supreme Lord, they are called Haridasas. Among the servants of the Lord, who is the best servant? Hare Krišna, good. Your name, Mother? Achyutalila. Mother Achyutalila said Govardhan is the best servant. Why is he considered the best servant of the Lord? Now that is the question. That is the main question. Why is Govardhan, anyone can answer. Why is Govardhan considered as the best servant of the Lord? The name used for Govardhan is Haridas Varya. Haridas means servant. Varya means the best servant. Why is Giriraj Govardhan considered the best servant of the Lord?
He renders best service to Krishna and Balram.
He renders best service to Krishna and Balram.
And also for Krishna and the gopis.
Also to Krishna and the gopis. He renders service to Krishna and Balram, to Krishna and the gopis.
Yes.
Fine, good.
He provides caves.
He provides caves.
And
fresh water.
And
green grass, good. Green grass for the cows. Sorry? And the roots, the fruits and the roots. Yes, great. So, basically, yes, the Giriraj Govardhan is considered the best servant. The main reason given by the Acharyas is he directly serves Krishna and Balram, no doubt, but more than that, he takes pleasure in assisting other devotees to serve Krishna. Because he provides very fresh and fragrant grasses, and the cows can then provide very sweet and fragrant milk to Krishna. Giriraj Govardhan provides minerals, very colored minerals, and the friends, cowherd boyfriends, they take the mineral and decorate the face of Krishna. So he takes greater pleasure when he assists other devotees in their service to Krishna. So those devotees who have this mood, and Prabhupada is saying everyone should be allowed to render service. That means when we assist other devotees, when we take pleasure to see that others devotees are nicely serving Krishna, then that devotee becomes very dear to Krishna. So because of Giriraj Govardhan's assistance to not just the cows, the cowherd boys, the gopis, the elder gopas. So Giriraj Govardhan assists all the other devotees in their service to Krishna, therefore he is the best servant. Okay, so we go ahead over here. So we have learnt a few things about devotee care. One thing is to appreciate, and the other thing is to help others devotees serve Krishna, just like Giriraj Govardhan does. Now I would like to ask you now, when we talk of the word care or devotee care, what does that mean to you? One word. Sweet. Devotee care means sweet. Devotee care. Describe one word, devotee care. No, sweet is a very good word, probably, Mahaprasad sweet. To give someone Mahaprasad sweet is nice, devotee care. Yeah. So, no, good answer.
I misunderstood. I thought here, sweet rice.
No, not care. I'm saying devotee care. Please. But you gave a good answer. Actually, you give some Mahaprasad sweet to somebody, person will really feel, encouraged and cared for, no doubt. So, even though you thought wrongly, but you gave a good answer still. Okay, so what does the word devotee care means to you? Say one word.
Love.
Love, okay, very good. Love. Something more? Support. Mother Prem Manjari said support. Good. Trust. Respect. Great. Appreciation. We just discussed appreciation. Compassion. To care means to be compassionate. Who amongst the associates of Lord Chaitanya shows the highest compassion? Okay, good. Prabhu, your name? Bhagavad Dharma Prabhu. Bhagavad Dharma Prabhu knows the essence of Bhagavad. And CC also, of course. Among the associates of Lord Chaitanya, the highest compassion is shown by a devotee named Vasudev Datta Thakur. He prayed that may all the living entities' sins be upon my head. I will take all the sins of all living entities and let them be delivered. He prayed. That's a infinite compassion. Not just that, whatever money Vasudev Datta Thakur would earn through his, some family business, he would spend everything on devotee care. He would see some needy Vaishnavas, needy devotees, he would spend everything. When Lord Chaitanya came to his village, he saw Vasudev Datta Thakur, whatever he earns, he spends everything on the service of devotees. And he became, Lord Chaitanya said, well, you are a family man, you must have some savings. He says, how will you maintain your family without savings? But you are so liberal that you spend everything on the devotees. So Lord Chaitanya said, he told another devotee, whose name was Shivananda Sen. Now Shivananda Sen is Yatra manager of Lord Chaitanya. And he is financially, Yatra manager means he has to be financially good. So Lord Chaitanya told, now not just you have to manage Yatra, you have to also manage the finances of Vasudev Datta. Make sure he has some savings. Just imagine, Lord Chaitanya, who came to give the highest wealth of the spiritual world, is concerned that a householder devotee of his must have some financial savings. Just imagine. Right? So that means And we were discussing that how devotee care means support, compassion. So Vasudeva Datta is so compassionate, he gives out everything. But Lord Chaitanya says, no, he should have some savings. So you see how the devotees should support and complement each other. Now Vasudeva Datta Thakur doesn't, he can't save. He's so liberal, he can't save. So therefore Lord Chaitanya said, you save for him. So there are certain things, not everyone can do everything in a community. Some devotees are good at one thing, some devotees are good at other thing. So within a community, we learn that devotees need to support each other, complement each other. Okay, so that is one thing about how the devotees support and the compassion of Vasudeva Datta Thakur. Yes, we want to hear some more words about devotee. What does devotee care mean to you? Cooperation, good point. Prabhupada wanted, you will show your love for me. Like some of you said, devotee care means love. But how do we show our love? Prabhupada said, you will show your love for me by how you cooperate. And for cooperation, we also need one more thing. We show our love by cooperating. For cooperation, one more important quality is required. Humility is one. Tolerance, good. For cooperation. There is no love without, Prabhupada said, trust is for cooperation. Yes, trust is important. And also for cooperation, we sometimes need to compromise. Because you have to cooperate, you have to compromise. Like if we are, no, this is how it should be done. This is how Prabhupada should be served. No, it should be served in my way. So there is no compromise, then we can't really cooperate. So at times there has to be compromise also. Fine. So we got many nice words for devotee care. 3 important words which are taught by Lord Chaitanya. For you to remember also, Prabhupada in the very beginning years, he wrote the book called Teachings of Lord Chaitanya. How many of you have heard of this book, Teachings of Lord Chaitanya? If you have heard, raise your hand. Okay, good. Teachings of Lord Chaitanya means TLC. TLC, that's a short form. When we write Teachings of Lord Chaitanya, we write TLC. In relation to devotee care, Lord Chaitanya has taught us trust, love and care. These are 3 important. Of course, Lord Chaitanya has taught us so many things. In relation to devotee care, he has taught us to trust. Some of you said devotee care means to trust devotees. Yes? Bhagavad Dharma Prabhu said trust. And you all said love. Right? So therefore, trust, love and care. These are 3 important teachings of Lord Chaitanya. TLC. He trusted his devotees, he loved them, he really cared for them. All the way up to the financial care also for Vasudeva Datta Thakur. I was talking to one devotee and we gave a devotee care seminar. He said, ultimately, it is the holy name who is going to care for us. You are talking of too many things, good things, I think one should not waste so much time just to be nice to others, just to be good to others. It is ultimately the holy name that's going to care for us. And I simply asked, I said, who is the greatest authority on holy name? Who is the greatest authority on the holy name? Who is, and Lord Chaitanya made someone, Haridas Thakur. The Namacharya, Lord Chaitanya established the Acharya, the one who excels in chanting the holy name more than anyone else. That is Namacharya Haridas Thakur. And Lord Chaitanya would daily take Jagannath Prasad for Haridas Thakur. It was his daily practice. He himself would carry Mahaprasad as a part of care, devotee care. So I just asked him, I said, okay, holy name is going to care for us, no doubt. Do you need prasadam sometimes? He said, oh yes. So we need some prasadam, we need some devotees, we need some support at times. So Haridas Thakur was chanting day and night. And Lord Chaitanya would take prasadam to him daily. Daily practice. The devotee care. And then he agreed, yes, actually with holy name we also need some devotee care. Okay, so basically care has two important aspects. Care has two important aspects. One thing is the virtue of care. Virtue means the value of the heart. We say, oh, this person is so caring. Mother Prema Manjari is so caring. So this is something, value of the heart. Then, second aspect of care is, it is not just a virtue, it is a practical action. Some service, just like bhakti is traditionally translated as devotion. Devotion means a value of the heart. But Prabhupada translated devotion as devotional service. Bhakti as devotional service. That means, bhakti means there is a devotion of the heart, but that devotion has to manifest in practical action. Similarly, care has two aspects. It is a virtue of the heart, value of the heart, but it has to manifest in practical action. As we said, Lord Chaitanya, he would daily take prasadam to Namacharya Haridas Thakur himself. So therefore, care is about a virtue and also in action. So we saw so many wonderful meanings of devotee care. Here we see that it is the care, the love and the care that helps us grow in spiritual life. So we all are attracted when we hear Krishna conscious philosophy, like Kirtan philosophy, that attracts us, prasadam, that attracts us. But what retains us in the devotee community and what helps us to grow in the devotee community is actually the care. Lord Chaitanya compares the development of bhakti to be like sowing the seed. Right? Bhakti Lata Bij, we have heard, is an analogy given by Lord Chaitanya. We sow the seed and then what do? We carefully fence it. We carefully water it. Just like when you sow a seed, the sapling is small, you have to take care for it, for the sapling to grow. Similarly, it is the care in the association of devotee that we receive that helps us grow in spiritual life. So we see here how the care helps us grow. I hope you all can see the screen. I am not blocking. Okay. So when someone comes first contact with devotees, someone sees, oh, here are some strange people but happy people. And he says, what are they? What is Hare Krishna? That's the first question that comes to the mind. When a person first interacts with Hare Krishnas, that's the first question. But this person is a devotee. Why? Because he has once chanted Hare Krishna by asking the question, what is this Hare Krishna? Even in asking what is Hare Krishna, one chanting of Hare Krishna has been done. Therefore, we accept anyone who chants Hare Krishna once is a devotee, as per Chaitanya Charitamrita. Okay, so here is the very beginning, the bottommost level, devotee. Then what happens? The devotees show their love, affection, care. Then a person progresses and says, yes, I like Hare Krishna. Good people, good music, very good prasad. Right? So he progresses to the stage where he says, I like Hare Krishna. A person continues to receive love, affection, care from the devotees. Then goes to the next stage where he says, now I am a Hare Krishna. But only Sunday to Sunday. All other days he goes out, has a party, he may have drinks and everything else, the whole social life. But when someone calls him on the phone, he says Hare Krishna, and his friends are shocked. Hare Krishna? How come he has become Hare Krishna? Right? Oh yes, I am also, I go every Sunday to Hare Krishna. So this person also identifies with Hare Krishna, though he is not committed yet. And he goes and he has his parties, drinks, doesn't follow any principles, but still likes to call himself as Hare Krishna. When the person continues in the association of devotees, the devotees show love, affection, care. Gradually the person is purified by taking prasadam. Different people may take different time, but eventually this person will come to the next stage where he will say, now my life is Hare Krishna. Not just Sunday to Sunday, but Monday to Sunday. Right? All 7 days a week, my life is Hare Krishna. A person follows the principles and he molds everything in life centered around Krishna. So this is the next stage, up where a person becomes committed, ready for initiation or aspiring for initiation, whereas now life is, he doesn't go around having his own parties and follow all the principles, take prasadam, serves the Lord. That is, my life is Hare Krishna. There is next level, there is one more level above this. Guess what is that? I love Krishna. Okay, that's good. My life is Krishna. I love Krishna. One level more. I serve Krishna. When my life is Hare Krishna, then I have to serve Krishna. That is included. I am with Krishna. I am with Krishna. When my life is Hare Krishna, I am definitely with Krishna. Something more.
Preaching.
I want others to be Hare Krishna now. Right? So now my life is Hare Krishna, but I want others, people also to come to Hare Krishna. Their life also should become Hare Krishna. Therefore the next level is, my mission is Hare Krishna. I want to connect more and more devotees to Hare Krishna. So you see how this is the growth pyramid of our spiritual life. So we all begin by asking the question, what is Hare Krishna, right? Our first interaction. A thought comes to the mind, what is Hare Krishna? And then gradually we grow when we receive love, affection and care from the devotees. Okay, so similarly, Srimad Bhagavatam describes that we all grow in our spiritual life. A person who has faith in the deities, that is a beginner devotee. But when a person has a similar faith, equal faith in the devotees, in the service of devotees, that person is Madhyama or advanced devotee. Before we go ahead, any questions till now? Whatever we have discussed till now, if you have any thoughts, any questions, any inputs. Hare Krishna. Maharaj, pranam. Seek your blessings. Fine, so now we just discussed that how Lord Chaitanya, he told one of his devotee that you take care, he told Shivanand Sen, you take care of the finances of Vasudev Datta Thakur. We just discussed that point. So one area of care is financial care. Another aspect we discussed was Lord Chaitanya himself would carry prasadam for Haridas Thakur. That's also aspect of care, to supply prasadam. So I would like to ask you, within a devotee community, what are the different areas in which we need to care for the devotees, support each other, care for each other? Health care, good. Health care, relationship, very good. Some more thoughts? Wait a minute, regarding health care, I just want to point out. Yes, Maharaj.
Go ahead.
You said psychological care? Yeah, psychological care. One thing is physical health care, other thing is psychological health care. Thank you, Maharaj. Great. Just regarding healthcare, I want to point out, Prabhupada would, whenever he would write a letter, he would write, "My dear so and so, please accept my blessings." What would be the next line? Can someone recall?
Hope this meets you in good health.
I hope this meets you in good health. Prabhupada preached all over the world, you are not the body. He preached all over the world, you are not the body. But in every letter, he is writing, "I hope this meets you in good health." Prabhupada wanted all of us to have a healthy body. It's very clear. Every letter, he would write, "I hope this meets you in good health." So, healthcare, both physical, also psychological, which we call as emotional healthcare. Okay, what are the other areas we may need to care for the devotees or support the devotees?
Care for vulnerable groups like elderly,
Okay.
ladies, children, brahmanas.
Okay, care for the vulnerable groups, and there are 5. There are 5 of them. And Prabhupada also writes, a civilized society means that society which protects these 5 who are vulnerable. That is elderly, children, women, brahmanas, and cows. These 5 should be protected. Okay, good. So to care for these 5 is important in a community or society of devotees. Some more areas in which you need to care for the devotees. Spiritual, financial, good. Spiritual care, financial care.
And end of life care.
End of life care. End of life care is called palliative care. End of life care. Just want to share with you regarding end of life care. We were in Bhaktivedanta Manor, and the devotee shared with us that some Prabhupada disciples, they got dementia and they had not written something called LPA, living power of attorney. While they are living, they can write power of attorney that if they become psychologically deranged, how the government, it's a welfare state, how the government should take care of them. They didn't have any LPA, and the government put them in some old age home, which they run, welfare state. And there in that old age home, they were serving non-veg, including beef. So devotees had to intervene, It's a real example. So then they spread the awareness amongst all the devotees, among all the Prabhupada disciples. Everyone should write their LPA and get it registered. How would you like to be taken care of? It's so important. Otherwise the government may just put you anywhere. And this happened. So end of the life care and helping them make their LPA and other things. Certain devotees need to make a will if they have some asset, how they like those assets to be used, etc., etc. Because if there is nothing, then the government may just seize everything. So end of the life care is important aspect. Thank you for pointing that out. Some more thoughts.
Legal care.
Oh, good. Legal. Juhu temple at one point of time had 35 legal cases in the court running. Can you imagine? And there was a group of lawyers, devotee lawyers, and they were handling all these cases, legal advice. And because in India, one case leads to filing of multiple cases. It's a very complicated system. But anyway, in India, like at one point of time, Mayapur could have multiple court cases going on. So there is a whole now legal compliance that is important for all the ISKCON temples. There is a group of devotees who are at a ISKCON level taking care of all the legal compliances the ISKCON need to be aware of and need to be fulfilling those compliances. Legal is very important, and individually and collectively, some devotees individually may also need some legal advice at times, and we can connect the devotees with some right person who can give the right kind of legal advice. It's an important aspect of devotee care. Okay, so thank you so much. You all gave amazing inputs. the GPC Devotee Care Committee who rolled out the Devotee Care course identified 12 broad areas of devotee care, and they are broad. If we analyze finely, deeply, we will see there are so many, practically hundreds of areas where the devotees at different point of time in their life may need to be cared or supported. Can you all read this out? As a care for you, I am increasing the font size, so you don't have to strain your eyes. Just see the different areas of devotee care that have been identified. The different, as I said, not everything may be applicable to every community immediately, but different devotees need support in all these areas and its subcategories. To take an example, here you see the 9th travel and immigration. Like we planned a devotee care tour for Europe, but we were stuck with the visa. And then one devotee who is traveling with us, Andreas Prabhu from Lithuania, he got one expert devotee in this area, Shamanand Prabhu, who knew this whole thing, how to apply properly, how to submit the application, etc., so that you can get the visa. So he helped us. They both of them together, and we could get the visa and travel, sharing this devotee care. So one just example of travel and immigration, an aspect of devotee care. Any thoughts, questions, reflections before we move ahead? Okay, good. Good question. This is a very... Okay, let me repeat the question. Mother Prem Manjari has asked, this is a very broad list, a huge exhaustive list of devotee care. And we want to start something here in our community. Where do we begin with? Where do we begin with? Good question. So, we conduct this devotee care course, full course. The principles of devotee care are universal. Universally applicable. This list is universally applicable all over ISKCON. But then the application is local. So we help the devotees in groups, in teams, to discuss and prioritize. What is our priority? And then who are the recipient who needs to prioritize? I'm going to the next slide. These are the areas and their recipients. Different recipients of devotee care. Like you mentioned, children, women, Grasta communities, brahmacharis and so on. They are the different recipients. So we help them to, in the application, prioritize which recipient is important, which area is important, and then help them to strategically plan. So this is the full course, which includes a practical application local. So the global principles and the local application is all included within a course which we have, a devotee care course, which is very comprehensive course, and which takes almost 20 hours to conduct. It's a 20 hours long course, a GBC certified course, GBC Strategic Planning Team certified course. Any other thoughts, any other questions, any other reflection? Yes, Prabhu.
We were starting this discussion, and then we got to the point that we're like maybe 5 devotees in the temple who have to do many other things and all this. So it sounds a bit overwhelming.
Okay, good.
Everyone and more or less many are like, this should be done. But when you get to who is the person who should do it.
Okay, Hare Krishna. Your name, Prabhu? Mukund Madhav Prabhu has raised such an important point. We already have so many services, and there are few people, and we all agree this should be done. but then who is going to do it? And everything is important. Like different devotees will come and emphasize different things, different aspects, and everything is important. We have to do it, but who is going to do it? So therefore, important thing is, devotee care is not one person's responsibility. We all have to just look towards the left, look towards the right, and see if you can just help someone a little bit. Like, just to give an example, while giving the class, I just picked up my bottle and opened and began to drink, and it was the last sip, it got over. The person who was sitting left of me, he noticed the water is over. He immediately took my bottle and refilled the bottle and brought it back. It's a simple thing. Prabhupada was speaking in 26 2nd Avenue, and one drunkard who was on drugs or something, he just came and kept a toilet paper in the washroom. Prabhupada appreciated that. Prabhupada said, this is also Krishna consciousness. Right? He did some practical service. So small things we can make difference, small difference to devotees, lives by just being more sensitive, that how can I just, and it doesn't take too much of an effort and too much of a time. At least we could be a little bit more caring and sensitive to the person on my left and right. That will make a difference in a community. So basically we care for each other. We care for each other. That's the important thing. Let me give you one example. Like we were discussing care also, what is the meaning of care? Right? Love. And we show our love by cooperation. Also, love is shown through some sacrifice. There will be some sacrifice sometimes. Love is nourished through sacrifice. So, just a small example of devotee care, which we experienced in this very tour. We were in Bhaktivedanta Manor, and we gave the morning class, and after the class devotees were interacting, and we got late for the breakfast. 15-20 minutes late. Not so much late also, but that day there were some special cheese tomato sandwiches. And when there is a special breakfast, the news spread fast. And everyone is before time, not on time. So most of the people were before time, and by the time we reached, which was 15 minutes after the starting time of the breakfast, all the sandwiches were over. And there was plain bread. And the devotees apologized. He said, oh, only this plain bread is remaining. I said, no, never mind, that's all right. So we took some plain bread. But one devotee came immediately. He said, I have kept some sandwiches for you. Oh, I thought, wow, amazing. I asked him, but what about you? He said, no, I have my own plate. This is for you. You take. And then we took that plate and started honoring those tomato cheese sandwiches. And then after a few minutes I saw this devotee was actually eating plain bread. So he said, okay, they are guests who are visiting, coming. They should not take, the plain bread. I will take that. And he actually gave his own plate and telling, no, I have already made my own plate. Saying that. He didn't want to express that I am doing any favor. No, this is already extra plate. Right? So you see the small. So just you see the person to your left, you see the person to your right, and we can make some small effort to care for them, and that will make the community of devotees as Vaikuntha living. Prabhupada said in the very beginning, the quote, he says, this devotee care is not just a department, it's a culture of the spiritual world. It's a culture of the spiritual world, where everyone is naturally loving and caring towards each other. Any other question? Any other comment? Maharaj, would you like to share a few words on this topic? We'd like to hear from you.
I think you're doing a very nice service, so I have nothing to add at this time, except thank you for your service.
We feel really blessed in your presence, Maharaj. Hare Krishna. So just like we just discussed, these are 12 areas of devotee care. There are 12 recipients of devotee care, and they are broad. They are broad. Please have a look here. Each recipient has subcategories. Like just before coming here, we were in Vienna, and one of the mothers, she said, "Oh, married ladies, brahmacharinis, widows, elderly single ladies. What about young single ladies?" I said, "Oh, that has to be added here." So this is not a complete list. There are many who are young also. They are living single at home. They are not in the ashram, but due to whatever, or middle age. There are so many categories of devotees who need different kind of support so that they may continue to practice Krishna consciousness. So, I would like to share a vision statement with you, a devotee care vision that has been, that has been our goal. So, every devotee who has come to the lotus feet of Krishna and Prabhupada may identify themselves with ISKCON as a caring society. So we want every devotee who has come to the lotus feet of Krishna and Prabhupada may identify themselves with ISKCON as a caring society and feel protected, inspired and encouraged to go on serving Prabhupada's mission till the last breath of their life. I have not put it on the slide. I'll put it. It's a nice, profound statement to meditate upon, and for you to help, just to help you to remember. I'll repeat once again. Anyone who has come to the lotus feet of Krishna and Prabhupada, identify oneself with ISKCON as a caring society. That we belong to ISKCON. ISKCON is a caring society. And feel protected, inspired and encouraged. Remember the term pie. Whenever you eat pie next time, remember it has 3 letters, P-I-E. That we want every devotee to feel protected, physically protected, spiritually inspired and emotionally encouraged. Or mentally encouraged. So pie. You want each devotee to feel protected, inspired and encouraged to go on serving this Prabhupada's mission till the last breath of their life. That is our devotee care vision. So we want to, support devotees. We want to have caring community of devotees with this goal in mind. Hare Krishna. Thank you very much for your kind attention. I think we have a kirtan starting at 4:30. Ananta Prabhu? Here we have kirtan. And then after the kirtan, can we have another interaction?
We have 6:30 is part 2, question and answer.
6:30?
Yes.
Oh, after 2 hours?
Yeah, because it's now is kirtan and then is prasadam.
Oh, kirtan prasadam. So next part 2 will not keep question answers. There is a short presentation on the triangle of life. On the triangle of fulfillment. Triangle of fulfillment. That will be also very useful to you. That will be done by Madan Sundar Prabhu at 6:30 p.m. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So I really thank all of you once again. As I said that in our devotee care Europe tour, this is the biggest assembly of devotees in the smallest country. But the biggest assembly, we really feel very blessed and encouraged. And my deep gratitude to Ananta Prabhu for inviting us here and giving this opportunity. And I consider it's a special blessing of their Lordship Panchatattva that we also had the blessed presence of His Holiness Pradanand Swami Maharaj. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you very much for inspiring seminar. Zahvalila sem se mu za navdahujoč seminar. Zdaj pa imamo Gaura Arati. You're all welcome for Gaura.
Ratan Ratna Simasane Ratna Simasane Arati Kore Nama Adi Devagane Arati Kore Nama Adi Devagane Ivanara Hare Adi Kore Chamara Dhulaya Ivanara Hare Adi Kore Chamara Dhulaya Adi Kore Chamara Dhulaya Sanjaya Mukunda Bhashe Gausadigaya Sanjaya Mukunda Bhashe Gausadigaya Shaka Bhaje Ganta Bhaje Bhaje Kartala Hiva Shaka Bhaje Ganta Bhaje Bhaje Kartala Bhaje Ganta Bhaje Bhaje Madhura Mridanga Bhaje Nitai Gaur Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Gaur Hari Bol, Nitai Gaur Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Gaur Hari Bol, Nitai Gaur Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Gaur Hari Bol, Nitai Gaur Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Gaur Hari Bol. Kiba Bahu Koti Chandra Jini Vadana Uchvala Bahu Koti Chandra Jini Vadana Uchvala Kiba Bahu Chandradini Vadana Uchvala Prabhupada, Jaya Jaya नमो विष्णुपदाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामी इति नामिने नमो विष्णुपदाय नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाशताय दिशतारिणे नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Tar Shiva Sadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Shiva Sadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Rama Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Jai Prabhupada, Jai Prabhupada, Jai Prabhupada, Jai Srila Prabhupada, Jai Prabhupada, Jai Prabhupada, Jai Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada, Jai Jai Prabhupada, 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 Jai Jai Prabhupada, Jai Jai Prabhupada, जय ओम विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिव्रजकाचार्य अशुत श्रीमद केसी भक्तिवेदांत स्वामी श्रील प्रभुपाद की इस्कॉन फाउंडराचार्य बीबीडी फाउंडराचार्य जगद्गुरु श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय ओम विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिव्रजकाचार्य अशुत श्रीमद भक्ति सिद्धांत सरस्वती गोस्वामी श्रील प्रभुपाद की अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की रामाचार्य श्रील हरिदास ठाकुर की प्रेम से कहु श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda ki Shri Shri Radha Krishna Gopinath Shamakun Radhakun Girivardhan ki Vrindavan Dham ki Navadip Mayapur Dham ki Purushottam Shri Jagannath Puri Dham ki Ganga Mai ki Jamna Mai ki Bhakti Devi ki Tulsi Maharani ki Kaliga Pavan Harinama Sankirtan ki Samaveta Gaur Bhakta Vrinda ki. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories, all glories, all glories to Shri Shri Guru and Gauranga.
Namaste Narasimhaya.
Namaste Narasimhaya. Jai
Raj Prahlad Maharaj ki jai, Shri Panchatattva ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Nitai Gaur Premanand. Hare Krishna.
Ok, še nekaj kratkih obvestil. Glede na to, da imam v rokah mikrofon, pa da so mi zginili moji čevlji, oziroma taki rožnati natikači. In to ne prvič, že nekajkrat se mi je to zgodilo. Tako da prosim, da kdor si sposoja moje natikače, naj tega ne dela več, ker moram potem bosa hoditi naokrog. In da jih lepo vrne. Prosim, panče tatvo naj mi jih prizanese. Ne vem, po kakšni logiki moram potrpeti, ampak ja, brez zamere. Zdaj se približuje festival Nrsimha Četurdaši in v zvezi s tem bo nama jagja. Pa bom prebrala, da ste lahko sponzorji. V nedeljo je praznik ob pojavitvi gospoda Nrsimha Deve, tako da bo tudi letošnji festival v zadovoljstvo gospoda Nrsimha Deve in za zaščito vseh bhakt bomo izvedli posebno Maha Nrsimha Homa jagjo. Gre za najobsežnejšo tovrstno jagjo v tem letu in v kateri bo sodelovalo preko 15 posvečenih brahman v obredni ogenj, ki predstavlja posebno obliko božanstva, pa bo v obliki mantar in različnih artiklov darovano preko 3000 daritev. Haribo. Tako da, če bi želeli na jagi sodelovati kot sponzor Jagjaman, ste lepo povabljeni, prinese dobrobit in obrnete se na Ananta Daso ali pa na mail pišete hkc.ljubljana@gmail.com. Tako. Zdaj pa sam festival bo potekal v nedeljo. Program bo nasleden. Začne se že ob 1:30. Program ob nedeljah se začenja ob 3, ampak tokrat bo prej. Ob 1:30 bo Maha Jagja, ob 3 Abhišek in Bhajani, ob 4 predavanje, 15 do 5 skupna molitev, ob 5 bo drama, na katero ste lepo vabljeni. Ananda Vrindavan zelo z velikim srcem to pripravlja. Z naslovom drama pa ima Sem demon ali Vajšnava. Potem po drami bo Gaura Arati, sledil bo Darshan in seveda na koncu 26 prasadam. To bo naslednjo nedeljo. Prosim? Ja. Ja, tako piše. Tukaj imam še obvestilo za 24. eko-karavano Padayatro Slovenije, ki bo potekala od 1. julija do 19. julija. Tako da, kdor si mora organizirati dopust, si lahko ga organizira v tem času in se pridruži Padayatri. Nekaj lokacij je tukaj navedenih: Maribor, Portorož, Trst, Ljubljana, Celje, Bled, tako da gotovo bo zelo duhovno, inspirativno. Gostje pa bodo njegova svetost Praladananda s vami, njegova milost Devadharma Prabhu in pa Harinam Ruči skupina. Haribo. Tako da vas vabim, da vsakodnevno spremljate obvestila na družabnih omrežjih, tudi tukaj v naši oglasni deski v templju. Si lahko pogledate, kdo vse prihaja v naše goste. Že v torek, 6. maja, nas bo obiskala Šri Devi Mataji, ostala bo z nami cel mesec do 2. junija. Potem bo prišel še ta teden, tudi v torek, 6. maja, njegova milost Baladev Prabhu in ostane z nami en teden do 12. maja. Zdaj pa vam bomo se zahvalili za vse bhakte, ki so prispevali, da je nedeljski festival uspel tako, kot je. Za prevod bi se zahvalila Mahalakšmi Mataji, o zvočenju Madhava Mišra Prabhuju, ikebane in cvetne vence naredila Somya Datri Mataji,
Taralakši vence.
Aha, ok, ni napisan. In torej vence so bili Mataji Taralakši. Obleko je izbral in pa preoblekel božanstva Giridhari Prabhu, kuhari pa so bili tokrat iz Namahate Kran, Lalita Sundari, Najana Abhiram Prabhu, Yatasha Mataji, Premananda Prabhu, Divya Simha Prabhu, Toshan Krišna Prabhu. Narezali zelenjavo pa so Bhakta Jan in pa Akshaya Prabhu. Zdaj pa imam eno prijetno obvestilo, in sicer oče Lalita Sundari, ki živi na Mauritiusu, in pa njen brat Najana Abhiram Prabhu prosita, če bi lahko njunemu očetu Višvambanu Dasu, ki ima danes 70 let, iz srca voščili s 3 mahamantrami. Hare Krišna, Hare Krišna, Krišna Krišna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krišna, Krišna Krišna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krišna, Krišna Krišna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Današnja pojedina ni sponzorirana, zato vas prosimo za prispevke. Za nove goste pa je tukaj Somya Datri. If somebody is new here, here is Somya Datri Mataji, so you can go to her and she will give you some little present. Tako, za krožnike, ki jo vodi Braja Bhaumi Mataji, se ji lahko pridružite in tako pomagate pri pomivanju posode. Glede parkiranja in pogovorov na ulici so še vedno ista pravila. Tisti pa ne pa pozabite, danes o 6:30 po prasadamu je program Plus, tokrat drugače, vprašanje in odgovori z našima gostoma, Damodar Das Prabhu in Madan Sundar Prabhu, Haribol. Zdaj še kar v en glas, Sharira Vidya Jal, Jodendriya. Dobrodošli spet naslednji teden. Hare Krišna. Ok, prasadam je v šotoru.